wanted to play Monopoly with you. And for 400 rounds of playing Monopoly, I didn't allow you to have any money. I didn't allow you to have anything on the board. I didn't allow for you to have anything. And then we played another 50 rounds of Monopoly, and everything that you gained and you earned while you were playing that round of Monopoly was taken from you. That was Tulsa. That was Rosewood. Those are places where we built black economic wealth, where we were self-sufficient, where we owned our stores, where we owned our property, and they burned them to the ground. So that's 450 years. So for 400 rounds of Monopoly, you don't get to play at all. Not only do you not get to play, you have to play on the behalf of the person that you're playing against. You have to play and make money and earn wealth for them, and then you have to turn it over to them. So then for 50 years, you finally get a little bit and you're allowed to play, and every time that they don't like the way that you're playing, or that you're catching up, or that you're doing something to be self-sufficient, they burn your game. They burn your cards. They burn your Monopoly money. And then, finally, at the release and the onset of that, they allow you to play and they say, okay, now you catch up. Now, at this point, the only way you're going to catch up in the game is if the person shares the wealth, correct? But what if every time you share the wealth, then there's psychological warfare against you to say, oh, you're an equal opportunity hire. So if I played 400 rounds of Monopoly with you and I had to play and give you every dime that I made, and then for 50 years, every time that I played, and you didn't like what I did, you got to burn it like they did in Tulsa and like they did in Rosewood, how can you win? How can you win? You can't win. The game is fixed.
Everything this woman said was cold, hard facts. The game is rigged. They tell you to pull yourself up by the bootstraps, get your own stuff. Well, we tried to do it. Our ancestors tried to do it. And they had a problem with that because they were worried about us catching up or being equal to them. That's how supremacy works. You want to be supreme over everything and everybody. They stun our economic growth intentionally. It's kind of like they give you something and then they take it from you. They give you something and then when you prove that you can do it just as good or better, then they get angry. And this is why I don't listen to a lot of these cornballs that say that blacks are not owed reparation and we need to forget about. No. They've always pushed the goalpost back. They would pretend like they were pushing it up to give us a fair chance, but then secretly they were watching to see how we move and basically take our ideas and bring it into their communities and better their communities, and then leave us with crumbs or destroy us, and we have to start all over. They've been doing this forever. The game is rigged and it's intentionally set up for us to fail. Look what they do now. We can come up with something created, and then when it's deemed profitable to them and it look like it's profitable, here they come. Hey, we would like to buy this. We'd like to buy that. And then they won't even give you fair value for it. And then if you refuse, they'll find a way to take it from you, or they'll try to sabotage you, or they will duplicate and change it around a little bit and try to pretend as if they created it. They've been doing this forever. But shout out to that sister. You know, she pretty much said it all in less than 2 minutes, that they intentionally set out to sabotage us. They always have their eye on us because we're the biggest threat to them and not anybody else. They made us believe that we can't do what they do. Actually, we can. We, in all likely, can do it better. The biggest threat is somebody, especially that has a supremacy complex, is when somebody can do it just as good or better. So there you have it. It's your boy Town. I'm out.